Hello and welcome to By Environi Season 2. Globally, beauty and makeup is one of the fastest growing industries in the world, with influencers that are beauty and makeup selling out their products in millions in a matter of minutes. In India, we have my guests tonight who are pioneering the space and starting and growing like crazy. Deep and Shantanu, welcome to By Environi Season 2.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
You guys are my lovely men in makeup. I'm glad that there are people joining me on the set or other men in makeup as well. Love that. First of all, can I have my invite
Yes.
card signed? And
Yes,
then we'll
let's
get on
do
with
that.
this conversation. Tell me, how long have you guys been interested in makeup for? When did you sort of start loving makeup?
So I started loving makeup ever since I was a child because
Yeah.
I was surrounded by really strong female figures in my life. My father was always traveling for work, so I
Yeah.
was surrounded by my sister, mom, aunt, living in a joint family, all
Yeah.
women, right? So picking up habits from them was something that just,
Yeah.
as a child, you look up to your elders, right?
Yeah.
And I look up to them. And when they were wearing makeup, glasses, mascara, way back then in 2001, 2002, when
Yeah.
I could comprehend what makeup was, I was always fascinated by it. And then I
Yeah.
slowly started stealing makeup from my sister's bag, using gloss, going to school, going to college.
Oh, so you did wear gloss to school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once,
Yeah.
but that was about it.
Yeah, fair. What about you?
I think my obsession kind of started when I used to see my mom getting ready for weddings and stuff.
Yeah.
And I used to offer to do her makeup. This
Yeah.
was, I think, when I was barely 12, 13.
Yeah.
And then I tried for the first time wearing makeup when I was 19, and I just loved how I felt after wearing makeup. So,
Oh, fab.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when I was a child, I was obsessed with makeup. I didn't want to wear it on me. Maybe I blocked the memory of it. It's traumatic after a point. But I remember doing it on my sisters.
Right.
But I also like the whole blocking the memory part comes from the fact that it wasn't really
Yeah.
looked great at. It was
Yeah.
sort of frowned upon. So by the time I was in high school and university, I fully blocked that part of me. Because it's an interesting space here where
Yes.
we're still sort of figuring out, are we okay with this conversation, or is this a conversation that we even want to have?
Right.
When you grew up, was it difficult for you to have this conversation, or just embrace wanting to do makeup?
To be honest, it wasn't a difficult conversation. It was just a lot of making my parents understand that I'm not doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not, doing drugs or whatever. But
Yeah.
makeup is expensive, but that's
Yeah.
not drugs. I'm not doing horrible things. I'm not saying mean things to people. I'm not using people's money to buy makeup. It's
Yeah.
just my money that I've saved and earned.
Yeah.
It just took them a little while to understand that it's okay for men to wear makeup. I mean, celebrities do that, actors do that for
Yeah.
shows, people who are in the theater do that,
Yeah.
So what's wrong with me wanting to wear makeup? Maybe not every day,
Yeah.
go out looking like this to buy groceries, but,
Yeah.
Once in a while.
Why not?
Do it.
I mean, true, facts, but
I think you will kill it.
Yeah.
I don't want to kill other people, no?
Yeah, people might just fall down like
Right.
flies. What about you?
When I was 19, I first started wearing makeup, and when I started, it was more like a way of art for me. It was not necessarily a way of expression.
Yeah.
And for my parents to kind of understand that, it took a while, but I think now I'm at a good place because I think my mom is my biggest cheerleader now.
Yeah.
So,
And
yeah,
she's very cute.
Yeah?
She comments on my post, and it's just such a wholesome
It is very
thing.
wholesome.
It's a hype beast.
Hype,
Totally,
extremely.
But what was the initial conversation to see? The thing is, the ones that can hurt you the most is the ones that you love a lot,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And that's usually family, because when
Right.
they don't understand and you're sort of figuring out what you want to do and how you want to express yourself, that can be very hurtful a lot of times. What was the initial conversation like for you? Because I've realized that, sorry to cut you, I've realized that there is a lot of advantage of being in an urban city like Bombay
Right.
and growing up here. That's privilege, because people know better. People are more sort of open to understanding. But what was the initial conversation like?
So because I have a fashion background, my parents were always supportive of my choices,
Yeah.
be it education, be it clothing. They were very open about it. So I just had to make them sit down, make them understand that I like to do makeup. It also goes with fashion. It's
Yeah.
in the same world. I know where I know that I can wear makeup and go out, be myself. They were a little hesitant at first because obviously safety is a really big thing to them.
Yeah.
And, I'm so fragile and thin. Anybody can break me like a twig, So that was their main concern, that, I should not land in trouble
Yeah.
for
Just get
being
hurt.
myself. Get hurt. So they were a little worried at first, but then later they knew where I was going, like the places where I wear full-fledged makeup, like full beat like this and go.
Yeah.
They knew where I was going because I used to take my mom or my sister or my aunt
Yeah.
just to, scan the place like a security guard.
Yeah.
And then slowly they started warming up
Yeah.
to the fact that, he wears makeup and that's okay.
Yeah.
And then I started showing them Shantanu's profile, other Western beauty creators,
Yeah.
male beauty creators, and then they started getting used to it.
Fair. Shantanu?
I think the initial conversation for me was just trying to explain to them that it's just something that I like and it's not anything that I'm doing wrong.
Yeah,
like you mentioned.
very similar.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just introducing to them to the fact that it's a very normal thing to do.
Yeah.
And just eventually they just came around.
I also would like to add that initially it was a rebellious thing because as a queer child who's very effeminate, there were a lot of restrictions put on me. You can't talk a certain way, you can't walk a certain way, you can't use hands, you can't hang out with the girls. So initially it started out as a rebellion because...
Who put these restrictions on you?
my parents, teachers, everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody around me would say like, why are you walking like this? Why are you talking like this?
Yeah.
Why do you have a high-pitched voice?
And that's very hurtful.
It is very
Especially
hurtful.
when you're sort of
and
growing
as a
up.
child, you don't understand why they're doing this,
Yeah.
You don't...
And there's
you can't
nothing that you can do to
comprehend.
change it either,
Absolutely.
yeah.
So you just have to take it all in. And as I grew older, in my teenage years, I started comprehending what it meant and why they were saying it. And I didn't want to do that, I didn't want to be a person I'm not. So it started out as a rebellion, but now it is a way of life, So it's growth of me, of my parents, of my friends. I wouldn't say of my teachers, but...
Yeah. No, but I want to know, it's so important that you mentioned it's also about safety, right? Because it's not very safe in this country.
Not.
We're still sort of figuring out the whole safety concerns when it comes to LGBTQI community. Have you ever been in a situation where you felt like you could possibly get hurt?
Personally, I haven't, but I know of people
Yeah.
who have been. Like, I have friends who have been molested, sexually assaulted,
Yeah.
almost beat to death. So it's kind of scary to know that.
Yeah.
Even otherwise, like not makeup related,
Yeah.
just queer people going out to satisfy their sexual needs is very stressful. So I know of this incident of a friend. He went to a friend's house. He went to this hookup's house.
Yeah.
And he thought he was going to be alone with the person. But when he arrived, there were these 4 other burly men in the room. So imagine a boy who has a stature like me with big burly men. It will make for a good porno, but in real life, it's really scary, So he started crying and he ran because it's a really stressful situation to be in.
Yeah.
And God forbid, if I ever am in that situation, I will have a panic attack and I will die.
Yeah, but with all seriousness, though, very tricky.
Very tricky.
Have you ever been in a situation like that?
Fortunately, no.
Yeah.
But I think that's just from a place of privilege.
Yeah,
And
that's
because we
that's
stay
true.
in Bombay,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
kind of safer.
It's kind of
It's not
safe.
completely safe, but it's safer. So
Yeah.
I think Bombay has that bubble of safety.
Yeah,
you
it
know.
does.
It does.
Yeah.
Even Delhi, for that matter. Like all these metropolitan cities have that safety
Delhi
bubble.
debatable, but sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so Bombay has that safety bubble that you can go out and be whoever you are without having to look over your shoulder every now and then.
Yeah, fair.
sure.
Right before this, right before we started, I was asking you, I consume a lot of international beauty creators, their content. I love the content that James Charles makes, even though it's going down now. There's Jeffree Star, Manny MUA. They're all male creators who are doing makeup on themselves.
Right.
And are now owning businesses that are multi-million-billion dollars of worth, right? Like I see, I'm very proud of James Charles, a 21-year-old who has a palette out and is sold out in minutes, right? Why do you guys are starting it now?
Yeah.
Why do we, and although we do have other creators who've blown up in this country, which are not beauty and men in makeup, why do we not have a James Charles or a Jeffree Star, like someone that you can look up to in this country?
So our country is very backwards in those scenarios.
In ways more than one.
however progressive we want to call our country, it's still very backwards when it comes to men in makeup or just the queer community in general. It was just in 2018 that we got
decriminalized.
You know, like we wouldn't be sitting here having this conversation had that not been the case,
100%.
you know. So it's just the fact that the Western countries are a lot more accepting of our culture.
Yeah.
You know, I would like to call it our culture because it is our way of life, and way of living is culture. You know.
Yeah.
So the West is more accepting, and is probably why they have grown to the level that they are.
Yeah.
If you look at James Charles's mum, she has always been open about her son's sexuality.
Yeah.
You know, him wearing makeup, wanting to start a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Very accepting.
Yeah.
You know, it took my mother a lot of convincing before I had to convince myself to leave my job.
Yeah.
You know, so it is that bit of tradition. I don't want to call it traditional, but just log kya kahenge
There's
sort
that
of
block.
a situation, you know.
What about you?
I think with us, I think we like to see white men wearing makeup, but then when it comes to a brown guy like us wearing makeup, I feel like everyone's mindset kind of changes.
Yeah, that's true.
Why do you think that?
I really don't. It could be because we've just never seen anyone mainstream.
That's
True.
doing
And we're
what
only
we're doing.
just starting out. We're only just blowing up on the internet. You know? We're still very new to this. It's been a year for me. It'll be a year for him as well, starting out. You know? And I don't want to like toot our own horns, but we're probably the best in what we do.
I agree. I'm very glad that we're talking about creators in makeup, right? Although I do want your opinion on this because I have polarized extreme opinions on this one because I'm trying to figure out my stand on this too. What do you think about cisgender men getting into makeup? Because it's an interesting space and a lot of people accept the privilege that it is the reason why there's a lot of blowing up in that space is because it's new, and it's new in India. But what do you think about situations when you see people queer baiting?
You do want me to get in trouble, is it? So I'll tell you what, okay? Here's my take, and I've discussed this with Ankush also.
Yeah.
When I believe it was the Vice interview with Ankush where they labeled him as, I don't know, it was an interview with the Vice and Ankush was on it. And they said, the Vice people said something on the lines of revolutionizing makeup, men in makeup, etc., right? Like, you know, putting him on a pedestal.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with him being put on a pedestal, but he's not the only one doing it. He did not start it.
Yeah.
He does not wear makeup on his own primarily, even though he does. It's not primarily on his own.
Yeah.
Right? He does it on other people, which is fine, but if you want to say that someone is revolutionizing men in makeup, why are you not taking queer men? Why are you not taking performers? Why are you not taking Sushant for it?
Yeah.
You know, why are you not taking Elton for it? Why are you not taking Jason for it? You know, there's so many names I can take.
And you guys.
And us. Even though we were just starting, you know, we were just starting. I'm just taking people who have been in the industry for a really long time, who are known for doing makeup, who are not creators per se.
Yeah.
Why are they not being given the platform?
Yeah.
There was another interview with 4 of them.
Brute.
I think it was Brute.
Yeah.
Brute, the same thing, you know.
Yeah.
My question is why?
Yeah, so Brute had, I remember, it had 4 cisgender men.
Yeah, it had.
And they said they're
Siddharth,
revolutionizing
Ankush,
the space or whatever.
and 2 other, So that's the whole thing, right? Why are you putting, just because they're cis, does that make it okay?
Yeah.
You know, we're doing this a lot longer. This is our lifestyle.
Yeah.
This is how we choose to live. If you're invalidating our living, you're invalidating us, our existence.
Yeah.
You know, which honestly kind of hurts.
Yeah.
But karma will get you. Just saying.
What's your opinion on this?
I think people seem to forget that queer people did it first, trans people did it first, the drag queens did it first.
Yeah.
And I think just giving them the sort of exposure that is owed to them, I think that is necessary.
Yeah, like being cis doesn't make you any interesting. It just makes you boring.
I mean,
no offense to everybody on the set.
Just sass that we're throwing.
Yes.
But does it affect you as creators though?
Somewhere it does, yes.
Yeah? Because I feel like suddenly, like, it's easier to blow up as a cisgender man in makeup because you can do the bare minimum and be called a revolutionary. And I know this doesn't come easy.
It doesn't.
The makeup that you do, and like, you know, when it comes to doing a reel, which with a full face of makeup, takes hours,
Yeah.
right? And even creators in the US, when you listen to them, they're sitting in front of the camera for like
Yeah,
9-10
9-10
hours.
hours.
And you sort of do your bare minimum and like one line in the corner.
That's
and you're
about
like,
it.
yes, you know,
We've
I've done it, I've arrived. Does it affect what you guys do?
It takes the light away from us.
Yeah.
As much, however shallow it sounds,
Yeah.
it does take the light away from us. It takes the credibility away from talent.
Yeah.
So, you know, very that.
And I think another thing to remember is that I feel when we're talking about things like makeup, I feel like we should even be talking, like, it shouldn't only be okay if it's palatable to the
Yeah.
audience.
Yeah.
It needs to be everyone included, not
Yeah.
just things that you are okay watching.
Fair enough.
Even if it makes you uncomfortable, there are things that
Right.
should be spoken about.
Very
Yeah.
true. Very
Yeah.
true.
What is like the biggest challenge when it comes to you guys and doing what you do in the country that we are in?
Not being killed. But on a serious note,
Yeah.
in terms of when it comes to being creators, I have had this experience twice where we were a bunch of us and I was sent the least amount of products and I was also not promoting the brand's page. And when I asked someone from the brand, like an ex-employee, after the deliverables were given, the employee had to leave or whatever. She told me that the sales would get hampered because, you know, you're a boy wearing makeup and the audience
Wow.
would, you know, not buy products. They will get offended is why we didn't do it. But they used my video to run ads on it. So they promoted my
That's
video.
so fuck all.
So fucked up. I got so mad and I've decided I should never work with that brand ever again.
Fair, yeah?
Yeah. I think the only trouble I have being a content creator is I think just facing hate comments.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
just the only part that is, I don't know, just tough to deal with. But I think other than that, I haven't experienced that.
What is the kind of hate that you get?
It's just plain bullying. It's just like
Yeah.
words that, I don't know, just like try to put you down in every
Yeah.
way that you can.
You know, I've sort of realized this, and my threshold when it comes to stuff like this is very high, and that's not the same with everybody.
Right.
And I'm sure that when I was growing up, I was bullied in ways more than one. But now, when I see hate comments on social media, I'm like, this is how I deal with it. I'm like, if I've survived that,
Yeah, this is
who are you? You know, you're not even like in my real life, right? You're like in some dirty basement sitting with your keyboards. Doesn't matter
True.
to me.
Yeah.
What is your way of dealing with hate? Because I know it can be intense, right?
So there have been times where I've just like deleted comments, blocked the person,
Yeah.
report the profile. But then there are these, I don't want to say it, but there are these
Say it.
really creative hate comments that, you know, make you laugh because
Yeah.
it's so creative and innovative.
Yeah.
You know, like, wow, where did you think of this? Why can't you share this with the other haters? you
Yeah.
know? So it's fun even for us to like, you know,
Yeah, I agree.
read them instead of just being, "Ye gay hai tu."
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Do better than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, we can say that now because I don't want to say we're used to it, but
Yeah.
we've been exposed to it so much that
Yeah.
we've gotten used to it,
Yeah.
which is
It's
not a
sad.
good thing.
It's sad,
It's
yeah.
really horrible.
Yeah.
But there are also times where I've received death threats,
My God. Yeah.
and from really young, like children,
Children.
the age of 13, sitting
Yeah.
in Punjab, telling me that, oh, I know where you hang out, I have your address.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can ruin your life just
Yeah.
by one phone call to the police,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And they don't get that. You know, since you're talking about hate, at the same time, we've also received a lot of love.
Of course.
And
of course.
appreciation
Yeah.
for what we do, not just from the audience, but also from younger queer people
Yeah.
who, growing up, I'm pretty sure he also never had someone to look up to
Yeah.
in India.
Yeah.
You know, so being that figure for another queer person just feels very
100%,
liberating. You know?
100%, yeah. I
It
think
feels
that's
like
the
you've
best
done
part.
something right.
Yeah.
You know.
What we'll do, this is a lovely note to take a break on.
Absolutely.
And to end segment 1, we'll take the first break on By and Varuni. We'll see you guys on the other side. When we come back, is a stripping game that we played on the show. We'll play it. Take the break and come back.
You know, you want content,
Yeah.
but you don't want to pay.
Yeah.
You're exploiting already exploited people. What is this behavior? Carry Minati.
Why is that good?
I don't like his content.
I think like 3 years ago, I fell into a pool.
Welcome back to By Environi Season 2. You guys, welcome back. We're in conversation with Shantanu and Deep.
Yes.
How's it going for you?
Right now?
Yeah.
Very fun. I'm enjoying it a lot.
Good.
Yeah, this is fun.
I want to know, before we get into the game, you spoke about this brand experience that you had in the last segment, right? It's so entertaining to watch brands in India try just when Pride Month comes around, right?
Don't
It's
even get me started
such
on
a
that.
game that they play. So obviously you guys are at the receiving end of brands and products and stuff like that. What suddenly happens? What is the circus that goes around makeup and beauty brands during Pride Month?
All of a sudden they get very woke.
Yeah.
Very woke.
Yeah.
Like, how dare they not be woke during
Yeah.
June?
Yeah.
You know? But it's, like, it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
At one point, you're very annoyed with brands reaching out to you only for Pride.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, you also make the most money.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you want to sell your soul and make that money, or do you want to keep your morals high? I want to sell my soul.
Sell
and
the
make
soul,
that
yeah. Sell the soul.
money. You know?
Yeah.
But I will not work with brands that only reach out
During
Pride.
Pride
Like,
month, yeah.
the last Pride, so many brands reached out to me for Pride. And I work
Yeah.
with almost all of them.
Yeah.
Okay. And they never reached out to me again this year around. Because
Yeah.
उनका काम खत्म हो गया ना, अब नहीं चाहिए. एक बार हो गया, हम woke है, we support LGBTQIA
Yeah.
plus community.
Done.
Done. We don't want this creator anymore, we'll find another queer creator.
Because you got the LGBT
Yeah.
cloud that you wanted, you got it.
Yeah, then they'll go move on to another creator
Yeah.
who will not ask for money, because
Yeah.
now I've started asking for money. I won't do shit for free.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, how is this possible?
Yeah.
You want content,
Yeah.
but you don't want to pay.
Yeah.
You're exploiting already exploited people. What is this behavior?
Yeah.
You know, so it's like very messed up.
See, obviously there's a lot of education, literacy that has to come with the whole LGBTQIA plus community. But it's also not like the whole LGBTQIA community is very sorted.
Not at all.
There is so much shaming and figuring out and all of that that goes in the community, and that
Yeah.
probably comes with unsettled insecurities. But that's fine. How do you guys deal with dating and sort of being in a relationship and finding somebody? Is it a lot more confusing when you're a man in makeup?
Oh, it is.
It definitely
Yeah.
I
is.
get the weirdest
Yeah.
comments.
Yeah.
When I
That's
was
true.
on dating apps.
Yeah.
Now I'm not, because I just couldn't
I
care
am.
lesser.
Couldn't take it anymore. Yeah.
But yeah, just the weirdest comments.
Yeah, like, why are
it's
you
about
wearing so much
eyebrows.
makeup? Yeah.
Like, why are you doing eyebrows? Like, something as simple as that.
Yeah.
Not even wearing a whole smoky eye, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's just...
Yeah, it's messed up. Internalized
Yeah.
homophobia, internalized misogyny within the community,
Within the community.
is
A lot more,
is
I
a
feel.
lot more apparent
Yeah.
Yeah.
than outside the community.
Yeah.
And I've spoken about this a lot, even on Instagram, where people from the community, queer people,
Yeah.
who just throw so much hate and negativity your way because you're getting opportunities.
Yeah.
Opportunities that you worked for. I worked for where I am. I worked for this chair where I'm sitting on,
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
You didn't give me this opportunity,
Yeah.
you wouldn't just be like, oh, come.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there is that where people are very insecure, and I don't want to call them jealous, but there is that bit of, oh, why is he getting opportunities? Well, I
Yeah.
worked for it. We all belong to the same community that is based on acceptance.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you're not going to accept,
It's not the biggest
it's not the
foundation stone
And honestly,
inside though.
if we don't fix our own problems and issues,
Right,
how do we expect other people
to
to
do that?
Yeah.
get it?
Totally.
Like,
So what is happening now though? Are you guys single?
I am very single.
Asking for a friend?
I'm also very single.
Very single.
Very, very single.
Very single. When
Men are
was the-
very disappointing.
Huh?
Yeah.
Men are very disappointing.
Tell me about it.
Agreed.
When was the last time you guys were in a relationship?
2 years ago.
Same. 2 years ago.
Oh, really?
I broke
You
up
guys
in
dated each other?
2019.
No.
Huh?
Yeah,
2019.
2019.
What is your type?
Red flags?
More than red flags.
Yeah. Like,
More the red flags, sexier the man.
true. That's
What
true.
about you?
I honestly don't have a type. I know it's a very cliche thing to say, but
My
I don't
friends are
have a
going to
type.
hate me for saying this, because my group is very like that. We are birds of a feather who flock together behind red flags.
Yeah, it's fine if you flock together. The moment you change
Not the same
letters,
man, but
yeah.
similar choice of men.
There you go. Okay. Well done. Now we're getting into say it or strip it. I'll quickly, you know the game already. I'll
Yeah.
quickly say the rules. There are questions. If you answer them, you're fine. If you don't, then you take a piece of clothing or an accessory off. Okay. Your chains count as one. Your rings count as one. Gloves count as one. Shoes, they go as a pair.
Fair.
Okay.
Got it.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
So we go one by one. Who should I start with?
Him.
Yes, that's true actually. I think I should ask him like 3 questions separately.
Yeah.
No, we'll go one by one. Shantanu,
Yes.
I'm starting with you. Who's one creator that you would never collaborate with?
Oh my God.
Oh, wow, we're starting out strong. I don't think there is.
And now we don't go international and all, okay? We're here.
I have my answer if you ask me the same question.
Okay.
In India, honestly, I wouldn't collaborate with anyone. Is
You
that
wouldn't
an
collaborate
answer?
with anyone. That's not true. You will collaborate if you
Yeah, but
take
like-
something.
Okay, I'll take something off.
You can
I
answer
think
also if you want to.
I don't think I have anyone.
None?
Does that count as an answer? It's okay. Not accepted. Chalo. Koi baat nahi.
Deep, who's one creator in India that you would never collaborate with?
Gary Minati.
Why is that?
Good one.
I don't like his content.
Fair enough. Yeah? Okay. What is the creepiest DM that you've got?
Oh my God.
Somebody wanted to look at my feet. I think that's very common, isn't it?
It's
It
very
has
common.
become very
Yeah.
common these days.
Yeah. They wanted me to send them feet pics, which.
But it's fine. Like, it's your threshold. It was very creepy to you.
Yeah, it was creepy to me.
You seem very... This is not a question for you, but just for a side note, do you want to share yours?
I was getting my nails done, okay? And someone clicked a picture from the outside of the salon, sent it to me saying, you looked very cute. I want to take those clothes off of you. I'm like, bro.
No. And took a photo. Wow.
And took a photo. That is so creepy.
That is creepy.
Like,
That's
stalking
too,
is
that's
like
too close.
too very close. It was like,
Yeah, true. No, but like, my question for you is, which one is your worst reel till date?
this one reel that I did. Okay, and it's a brand reel, but it's not against the brand.
Okay.
It's just my look that I didn't like.
You did like that?
It was this look where I'm wearing a floral blazer and I'm doing a red eye.
Okay.
It's not my favorite look because it was rushed. It was very last minute.
Okay.
And I didn't enjoy it.
Okay, that's not a problem.
But nothing against the brand.
We want you're selling the soul. Who's one contemporary creator that you find attractive?
I'm so bad with names. I can't think of anyone.
There are so many creators. My God.
I
Listen,
really can't think
stop
of names. I really can't think of names right now.
Political correctness are all good and all, but
Not
then...
at all.
Okay, 5, 4, 3,
Oh no, another
2,
piece of clothing.
1, chalo.
Shoes
What is
are
coming?
going
Shoes.
off, yeah.
Well done, come.
Great. I'm gonna get down
I'm
for
going to
this.
have everything intact.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that. Well done, well done. Shoes have come off. Who, according to you, is the most overrated creator in recent times?
I have an answer, but let me think why. Because I know you'll ask me why.
Huh.
And this is without hate or anything. I think
No shade?
No shade at all. I want to say Gary Minati.
You said that already. Now give me some fun
No,
answer.
I don't have any
Okay,
other
what is it? Carrie
name.
Minati, you say.
No
Why are
hate
you
towards him. Because I know people come at me for saying it.
Okay.
There's no hate towards him. It's just, I don't know, roasting other people's content is not my piece of cake.
Fair enough.
Why would you want to roast on someone who's putting their heart and soul into a piece of content
Yeah.
that may not appeal to you? Just shut up.
And
Yeah.
he has made homophobic comments.
And
in
he
the
has
past.
made
Yeah,
homophobic
100%.
comments
And a
in the
lot.
past.
And
And
a
a lot of them.
Yeah. I mean, so it's content that's based on hate.
Yeah.
Like, even
Not
though
very
he may
pleasant
not mean it, why make that content? Why instigate that thought into someone else? And he has millions of followers.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Okay, now Shantanu, name one brand endorsement you regret having done.
Oh no. Honestly, none. I actually put a lot of thought into every brand that I work with, so none. So
None?
No, none.
Deep, who's your worst ex and why?
I will not name names,
Huh, that's fine.
but I was dating a recent one.
Huh. The 2019 breakup.
No,
Oh, after that?
in the middle, like
Okay.
in I won't call him ex because we weren't dating.
It was not a relationship, it was a situationship.
It was a situationship, and he kind of dumped me right before my birthday. Like literally right before my birthday, and then he wished me on my birthday also.
Offensive.
And a lot of lies were spun. I don't know what to believe, so I'm just like, listen, bye. I'm still not over him, by the way.
Clearly.
Yeah, red flags.
Red flags.
Yeah, you're attracted. Well done.
Yeah.
What is the way... Shantanu, come on. You have to answer
I
something,
will
okay?
answer.
You will go without clothes today, I'm telling you. What is the weirdest thing you have seen a creator do on social media?
I think I have this one thing that I just can't watch. Just guys being hot for just taking their shirt off, and that's their content.
Right.
I don't
Same
find it
thing for you?
entertaining at all.
No, I don't.
I beg to
think
differ, but it's okay.
मेरे को थोड़ा boring लगता है वो.
Yeah, they get
Like, कुछ तो
millions of
करो.
views for it.
Yes.
I mean, we get it. You have a hard body, but
Yeah.
why is he getting
But
millions?
why is it?
But you don't like it.
I'm not saying I don't like it. My
You don't-
choice of content is different. Like,
Fair
if you
enough.
ask me this question, I'll tell you what I don't like.
Okay.
Like if that's your talent, then think about what you want to do.
Don't give me that. That's not my question, but I feel like you do have another side note.
Oh yeah, people lip syncing.
I do.
Like, no, as in you do that with makeup.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Lip sync.
Just in general.
Yeah, and like making these videos about. I saw this reel, recently. This boy was. The camera was supposed to be the girlfriend or the wife. Okay,
Okay.
she's getting pregnant. She's
POV
pregnant.
video?
It's a point of view video, and the wife is pregnant, and the water broke. This man's reply was, "Should I call the plumber?" Like, what the fuck? Are you that stupid?
And this is on Reel.
It's on
Yeah.
Reel, and this creator is very famous. Has
Indian creator.
Indian creator, has a lot of following. That reel has a lot of views. This reel was just very messy.
Is this person in Mumbai?
I don't know.
Okay.
I
Tell
don't
me
know.
during the break.
100.
Okay. Now, last question. This is your question. Complete the sentence. I would rather be single than date. Complete the sentence with the name of an Indian creator. And not Carrie Minati.
Great.
I'm looking for I'm trying to be smart about it. Then, but I would date my female friends also, so I'm going to take my ring off.
Or is that the only ring?
Yeah.
So at the end, you
At
were
the
just like,
end.
okay, one I will remove.
Yeah.
Because you knew this was the last question.
This is the last question.
Well done, both of you.
Yay.
You. I have to say, next round,
Two
I know there was
PG-13.
nothing to win here.
Yeah.
In the next segment, there is something.
Okay.
So you have to fight.
I will fight.
And you have to be honest because I feel like he's being very politically correct. है ना? Little bit. Or that's just him.
We don't want our agencies to drop us.
Yeah.
I know mine will.
But you, he did better
He
this
did
time.
better,
okay?
yeah.
Because look at the number
I
of things
agree.
that
I
you've
agree.
taken.
100%.
But we will take the last break on Buy and Buy Only now. And when we come back is the very infamous, famous Quickie. And we'll see who wins the hamper.
Yes.
Yes.
Take the break. We'll see you on the other side. Creators who buy followers and likes.
It is very apparent and very visible. Just saying, please don't.
Yeah.
Not a
Yeah.
good habit. So someone sent me a text on Grindr saying, "Are you my homework? Because I want to slam you on my table and do you all night."
Welcome back to Buy and Buy Only Season 2. We're in conversation with Deep and Shantanu. Also,
The lovely hamper.
her.
I really want that.
Is that real? Ladies and gentlemen,
Her.
she has entered
Yes.
and one of you must win her. Okay, to win her, you must be good at quickies. Are you usually good?
I take time.
Good.
I'm
not here though.
I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay. She's confident.
Quick.
We'll see.
Okay. We started with him last, so should I start
Yeah.
with you? Okay, cool.
I don't have to take anything off, no?
Nothing. That's done. That's done. You can do that later. This is your quickie, Deep. I'm starting with what are 3 must-have qualities that a prospective partner of yours should have?
Well spoken, should have table manners, and should be a conversationalist.
Okay, love that. Rank the following creators in terms of talent. Siddharth Batra, Ankush Bahuguna, Aaron Call, and Vishnu Kaushal.
Ankush, Vishnu, Siddharth and Aaron.
Okay. Hot or not, one-night stands.
Not.
Fake couples on Instagram.
Not.
Creators who buy followers and likes.
It is very apparent and very visible. Just saying, please don't.
Yeah.
Not a
Yeah.
good habit.
What is one quality in your ex that you still find irresistible?
He was a good listener.
What's the best part about being single?
You don't have to worry about whether he's cheating on me or not.
Correct. And what was the best part about being in a relationship?
Having someone to fall back onto.
Fair enough. What is the sexiest thing about you?
Everything. I mean, have you looked at this?
What was the strangest pickup line that was ever used on you on social media?
Dating apps count?
Yeah.
So someone sent me a text on Grindr saying, "Are you my homework? Because I want to slam you on my table and do you all night." That took the cake. I
Wow.
absolutely loved it, but that person blocked me because I did not reply on time. I did get the notification,
Got it.
but
Yeah.
that person blocked me.
Does size matter?
Yes.
How would you react if a fellow content creator was hitting on you?
Depends on who it is, then I would go with it.
Okay, good. The last 2 questions. What would a tattoo that you would love to have say?
So I have one tattoo that my parents know nothing about,
Okay.
but they will after this airs out. It's a moon right on my hip.
Love
I also
that.
have a mole there, so to like emphasize that mole.
Yeah.
Because I'm a Cancerian.
Yeah.
Cancerians are ruled by the moon, and it's just a pretty thing to look at.
Fab. And finally, if somebody asked you how good are you in bed, what would you tell them?
That's a tricky one. As my name suggests. I mean, my parents knew what they were doing when they named me Deep. They didn't name me for calling me an earthen lamp.
Give it to him. Just give it to him.
Well done.
Thank you.
I can't move this much in this hard.
Can relate.
Yes. Yeah, correct. Shantanu,
Yes.
this is your turn. You've been quite comfortable in this.
I'm going to be honest, 100%.
You have to be, yeah? Shantanu, this is your quickie now. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Okay, we're starting with what is the weirdest thing that you've said on Instagram?
I think I spoke about how my nose is very teda, and then everyone actually noticed it, and it was offensive.
You ran into it.
Yeah, I ran into
Okay.
it, yeah.
Name one contemporary creator that you think you're better than.
I think, again, the shirtless boys. I'm a little more better than that, yeah.
Okay. What is the cringiest piece of content that you've seen by an Indian creator recently?
I really don't like rant content. Like when people
Okay,
rant
got
a
it.
lot.
Got it.
That every week on my stories, Shantanu.
I mean, that's not to like
I'm just
everything
talking
that
about
you
like,
do.
yeah.
That's true.
When was the last time you got too drunk and made a fool of yourself?
I think like 3 years ago, I fell into a pool. After drinking a lot, yeah.
That's stressful.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
What is the most weird rumor you heard about yourself? This doesn't have to be online. It can also be like something that friends said.
Rumor that I'm just a joke.
You just joke.
Yeah.
Okay. What is it true?
No, it's not.
What was the last text you sent or received?
Sext. Oh no, it's been too long. I don't like sexting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Name one Indian movie that you liked the least in recent times.
Oh yes, I saw this Haseen Dilruba. I did not like it.
Oh my god, I
It
saw
was
the trailer and
too
I
I like that
chaotic.
movie, though. I like it is. Yeah, there is a lot happening in that
Yeah.
movie. But that's true.
Yeah.
What is one embarrassing personal habit of yours that you'd like to break?
Do I have anything embarrassing? I don't think so.
None.
No.
Not embarrassed about anything. Any of the habits. Choose quickly. Love or money.
Money.
Makeup or sex.
Makeup.
same. Even though I'm
Same.
not answering, same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Your hand is in other people's quickies. Let him answer.
Sorry.
Okay. Who, according to you, is the sexiest man in India?
I used to have a crush on Imran Khan.
Who?
Yeah.
Imran Khan? You don't even know who he is.
The one in Jani Tu Ya Jani.
Yeah.
But Aditi.
Cute
Understood,
only,
understood,
yeah.
understood.
Complete the sentence. And this is your last two questions. Complete the sentence. Shoot me in the head if I ever work with.
If I ever work with, I don't know, Jeffree Star.
Fair.
I
With
would-
Jeffree Star.
Yeah.
Very problematic. That's true.
Yeah.
And finally, when was the last time you felt jealous or envious of a contemporary creator?
I don't get jealous too easy.
Like, that's fair, but like, did you ever see something and you were like, I wish I had that?
That hamper.
It could have been.
Kidding, kidding.
Jealous? No, not really, no.
None.
None, no.
All right.
Yeah.
Well done, both of you.
I know I'm not getting it, am I?
See, I think I believe in Secrets, the book, and the law of manifestation,
Yeah.
and all of that.
We're really manifesting today.
Of
Oh my
course.
God, this is heavy. Which is why you manifested the shit out of this.
Of course I did.
Because you said, how do
It's
we
a car. I will
how I take this?
manifest
Yeah. Well done.
Yay!
There you go.
Go the.
Oh my god.
Do you want to hold it?
I will just hold it.
And then we'll keep it down.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Should I put it down
Yes,
now?
please. I want to see what's in though. Fun, cool.
Lots of stuff.
Yes. It looks pretty.
Things that we can pop later also. And I'm not like talking about your cherry.
It's already popped.
Popped and broken. Well done. Congratulations.
Yay,
But it's
thank
okay, you were
you.
good too. You can be slightly more politically incorrect.
Yeah.
The next time
Going
I got
forward.
it.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
Same pairing.
By then, hopefully, there are more men in makeup in this industry.
Yeah. I
And
really
are not
hope so,
just
yeah.
people who are queer baiting and
Yeah.
trying to be shady and sketchy. But that's fine. You do your thing too.
Yes.
But congratulations once again to both of
Thank
you.
you.
I love what you guys do.
Thank you.
I
Thank
feel like
you.
it's so important, whatever you guys are doing. It inspires me, it inspires a lot of people. You guys have, like, honestly speaking, watching you is probably one of the reasons why I do what I do now. And gives me confidence, it makes me feel happy, and it makes me happy that it makes other people happy, and we're growing to a better society
Yes.
and
A safer space.
true. Thank you. Is there anything that you would like to say at the end of this?
I will be in a lot of trouble. So if you don't see me after this episode airs, my Instagram is at JustDeepDrama. And please be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Peace.
Okay, love that.
Yeah, this was just really fun. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
A man of few words, aren't
Yeah,
you?
I am.
And thank you for having us.
Thank you for
Of
having
course,
us.
of
yeah.
course. Thank
I
you for
loved it.
coming over. I had a lot of fun. Please keep coming back because
Yes.
you're
Yes, for
always invited on By Invite Me. Season 2 and all the seasons after.
Yay. Fun.
Thank you so much to you guys also for tuning in. This was another week. Thank you for coming and watching another episode with me. Now, take a break for another week. Or repeat previous episodes that you've watched already. I will see you next week, same place, same time.